Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video this time. I just wanted to add upon the earlier stream that happened today, street photography tips, and there was just some things that I forgot to include, and also some things that I thought would be beneficial to add on the subject. And we talked a little bit about Henry Cartier-Bresson, so we can start there. One thing that he did specifically was he was pretty good at framing subjects, and this is a really good tip in photography and street photography, is using framing to your advantage and framing up things in a very compositional way. So he used general framing, maybe rule of thirds, maybe sub-framing, just using multiple shapes and really arranging the photo in a certain way. But yeah, using frames in a photo to your advantage to really emphasize certain things. Another thing that comes to mind is that when taking a photograph, one second, let me just, you really want to be taking your time honestly, and in my opinion, everyone works differently. I really appreciate the viewfinder of a camera and how it looks. Like, I'm always having my eye to the viewfinder, essentially, is what I'm saying. I'm always looking through the world through my viewfinder, and that's where what I wanted to talk comes into play. Is I feel like more people need to spend time looking through their viewfinder and composing their photo, essentially. I feel some people might just take a snap almost of a moment, and I don't think it should necessarily be like that. I think you should compose a photo up to your eye using the viewfinder and wait and compose and focus and look at all the details that are going on, honestly. You're gonna be dealing with, if you're photographing humans, you're dealing with a living, breathing subject that has its own mind. So you're not necessarily gonna have complete control over your subject. So I just say to watch and pay attention. Pay attention to what happens. Pay attention to how the person reacts. If they move their arms, if they move their hands, if they look a certain way. Keep an eye out for things like that. And when the moment arises where they've moved themselves in a certain position that lines up to your vision, then you would take the photograph, is what I'm saying. But another thing that I kind of been thinking about lately is, I know some people like Gary Winogrand kind of have this haphazard approach, this really loose almost freeing approach of just taking a crack at a photo and just kind of making something out of nothing, just giving it a try almost. And yes, I do appreciate that aspect and see the value that comes with almost not taking a shot too seriously, just kind of giving it a shot, seeing how it will turn out. But on the other hand, I've been thinking, and I don't believe it would be necessarily good to make this your style or a big factor in your photography. I feel like you should try and deliver what you're trying to say, essentially, and really get the message across, get your vision across, get what you want to communicate, essentially. And I just don't think by kind of taking a half-assed approach to it is necessarily the answer. I think it would be much more beneficial to focus a lot of the time on conveying a message, conveying a style, conveying a subjective, personal kind of input that you want to see in your work. But that's just my personal opinion, and those are some things that I wanted to say. But Gary Winogrand, Henry Cartier-Bresson Photography. Thank you.